Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's show. Can you please let me know if you're seeing me and hear me fine? Today's show is going to be a pretty great topic because we are going to talk about, can you see me? Well, I don't know if I'm supposed to be looking there. Okay, good. I see two people here. Let me see. So today's show is we're going to be talking about the new way of healing hypothyroidism in 2018 and beyond. This is a topic that it is very important for people, obviously, with hypothyroidism and women that are suffering from this, because I'm seeing so many women struggling to heal from hypothyroidism. And honestly, ladies, it's because you guys are doing it the wrong way. And I wanted to come out and have this conversation because the reason why so many women that I'm seeing over and over, they're having such a difficulty healing from this chronic disease, and it's because you guys are doing it the wrong way. So if you have hypothyroidism, if you have friends, if you know somebody with hypothyroidism, send them along this way, because have them watch this amazing live and all the conversations that we're going to be having, because it's going to help them understand and really get over that hump and really healing their hypothyroidism. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Maria Tobelin, and I'm known as the Holistic Thyroid and Health Transformation Expert. And I have devoted my entire career to healing hypothyroidism. I'm going on my 13th year of really helping women heal their hypothyroidism, and it's been because it has happened to me as well. So I understand the struggles. I've had those struggles. I know what it is. Hi, honey bun. My husband is there. By the way, if you guys, as I'm speaking, if you guys are connecting with what I'm saying, send me some hearts. If you're not here live, but you are watching the replay, hi, welcome. Thank you for being here on the show. But, I understand the symptoms. I felt them. I lived them. I got them. Hey, Dawn, how are you, my love? Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Dawn? And, to live with chronic migraines, to live with palpitations, to live with the inability to gain weight, to live with the, oh my God, I'm gaining the weight, the fluctuations of weight, whether it is you are having too much weight or you're losing too much weight, right? The constant kind of mood swings, the depression, the anxiety, the kind of moodiness that comes into it, the period problems, right? The chronic, for me, it was horrendous pains during my menstruation. It was the feeling cold all the time, wearing sweaters where everybody else was not, right? It's kind of like, what's going on here? Like, I'm the only one wearing the sweater where nobody else is. The fatigue, the exhaustion, right? It's like you can literally sleep your life away, and people around you think that you're just lazy, or people around you just think that you just need to go and exercise, right? Because why would you want to be in bed all the time? Why would you not want to go out? Well, all of that, I understand it very clearly. That and beyond, all the symptoms, right? Because that's what happened to me. But the good thing about it is that I also was able to resolve my symptoms, to really relieve them, to put them out in the, as I like to say, put them away out of my life and be able to live a very vibrant life. And I've been able to do that, and I did that within weeks with everything that I'm going to be telling you and the information that I'm going to be sharing with you. That's why this live is so important for you to tune in. Alabama. Hey, I've never been to Alabama, Dawn. How is it? I live in Florida, so Florida, I love it. Most people say it's too hot. I love it. But how's Alabama? I've never been there. I think I've passed through Alabama when we've done road trips, but I've never been personally there. So let's have this conversation, because Jesus Christ, like, there are so many women out there just trying to get better, and they're just not having it. They're just not finding that help. They're just not finding the solutions. And it's because there's an old way of healing hypothyroidism that I think people still trying to hone on to that. But that's old. Like, there's a new way to really healing hypothyroidism, and you need to know what that is. Shirley. Hey, Shirley, how are you? From Canada, Alberta? Oh my God, they said it's beautiful there. I've been dying to go there, but I've never been. Welcome. Thank you for being here, Shirley. So I've been doing this for 13 years, right? I have been lately very behind the scenes, focused and working really hard, but very quietly, with women who have said yes to themselves. Like I have been seeing so amazing transformation in women who have had the courage to say, no more, I'm doing this and I'm going to be committed. And I've been seeing it behind the scenes, right? But at the same time, as I'm being inspired by the transformations of the clients that I serve in the hypothyroid solution, I'm excited and I see what it was before and after, and I'm so excited for what the future holds for them and what they're doing already in their life, right? But at the same time, I'm also talking and having conversations with women who are like not doing it or I should say that they're doing it the old way of trying to heal their hypothyroidism, and they're struggling so much. And then and I'm also seeing what's out there being exposed to you guys in the media and social media, Facebook, Google, and all these things. And I'm just like, you know what, Maria? I think it's time, as Diana Ross says, it's time to go out and let the world know what the new way of healing hypothyroidism is, so that we can help so many people, right? So that the goal is to be able to uplift, to empower, to really heal women, because I believe that women, if a woman is not right, the world is not right. Why? Because women, we are the nurturers. We're the ones that are really in the center of everything. We are the wives. We are the moms. We are the career woman. Family matters. Your health matters. And if you're not healthy, well, you're not taking care of yourself. Do you know what a confident woman looks like? Do you know what a non-confident woman looks like? Like what opens up in life when women are not confident? Can you tell me, Suze? Hey, Suze, how are you, my love? Marito, hi, Mario, how are you? Shirley, Dawn, Suze, can you tell me what happens when women are not confident? What's happening in the world? What opens up to the world when women are not confident? Can anybody share here and tell me? Because what happens is chaos happens. When a woman is not confident, chaos happens. And what happens to women with hypothyroidism is that everything, they don't feel well. So because they don't feel well, at the end of the day, their confidence is crashed. It's just shattered. And what happens is that they're affecting their families, they're affecting themselves, they're affecting their marriages, they're affecting their careers, their finances, they're being affected everywhere. Hey TV, how are you? TV, Suze, Shirley, Mario, Dawn, my hubby, thank you guys for being here. And at the end of the day, that's something that I'm seeing, and I say, no more. Like, we need to uplift ourselves, empower ourselves, really get rid of all these symptoms that really we don't have time to be dealing with them, so that we can go do the things that matter most to us, right? So that we can be the mom that we want to be, so that we can be the wife that we were called to be, so that we can be the businesswoman, the career, whatever purpose it is that God has put in your heart. You have to be healthy in order for you to pursue it. And so when you have hypothyroidism, all of that crashes down and all of that. So again, I'm just done with being behind the scenes. I love experiencing the transformation with the women that I'm helping, but I want to do that, and I also want to be here in front of you so that you guys understand that there is a solution to hypothyroidism, that there is a new way to really approach it, and that of course you can do it. You just have to be committed to it, right? And so I remember, but by the way, I want you to turn on the notifications. If you want to continue with this conversation, you know that it's going to be helpful, make sure that you turn on the notifications, because next time, I believe we're going to be doing this on a weekly basis. So every time I'm live, then if you turn on the notifications, it's going to tell you, and then you can tune in and watch along the live, okay? And also, if this conversation is something that you find valuable, send me some hearts along the way as well, and I'll greatly appreciate that. But let me tell you this, as far as I can remember, I've always had some something happening with my health. But it wasn't until my puberty, when I hit puberty, that it kind of like the bucket of all symptoms just fell upon me, right? And so that's when I started having severe migraines. That's when I really started experiencing the painful periods, the cystic acne, the cold sensation all the time, the fatigue, right? The brain fog, the depression, the anxiety. all of these things just piled up in my puberty, right? When that happened. And so I went to doctors and I went to specialists, and they said, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong. I did scans in my brain. I thought I had a tumor in my brain. I did all of that. And all the doctors could tell me was, take birth control, because birth control is going to fix all this. So mind you, I'm starting puberty. I'm like, why do I need birth control? I didn't understand that. And so my common sense kicked in and I said, no, this is not going to work out. So since I'm 14, 15 years old, I knew I was going to be a holistic physician. I knew that I was going to be in the healthcare field. I knew that I was going to figure this out, and I knew that I was going to solve all my health problems, and that I was going to be helping women along the way. I knew that at the age of 14 years old. Why? Because I had all these horrible symptoms, right? And so I took the journey, and, I graduated, I started practicing, and I had my own practice, and then all of a sudden, I run some testings because I wanted to conceive my first child with my husband, and boom, I realized that there's an obvious hypothyroidism case present at that moment, and that's when I understood all of my symptoms in the past, because nobody could tell me what was happening. But obviously this was what was persistent since I'm very young, and it wasn't until I got into my 30s that I realized what was happening. And when I told my dad is a medical doctor. When I told my dad, I said, Dad, listen, I have this and I'm going to treat it this way. And I'm going to go to support myself this way. And he's like, what are you talking about? He says, don't play with your health. This is very serious. You need to go to an endocrinologist, and an endocrinologist is going to solve your problem. So as I stood there, I was like, how are they going to solve my problem? But I said, you know what? Out of respect, my dad is my dad, and I wanted him to feel like, that I was going to be fine. I went to an endocrinologist, and when I'm there in the office, ladies, the endocrinologist says to me, yes, you have hypothyroidism. Specifically, you have hypothyroidism because you have Hashimoto's. Hashimoto's is an immune problem where your immune system has identified your thyroid gland as an enemy. It's an enemy per se. Like, that's the simplest way to put it, right? It's more complex than that, but let's just call it that. And now it's just destroying your thyroid, and so you're going to take Synthroid, and you're going to take it for the rest of your life. So then I said to the doctor, I said, well, okay, I understand I have hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's. What is the Synthroid going to do for my Hashimoto's? He says, nothing. There's nothing you could do for Hashimoto's. There's nothing you could do for that, because you're going to have antibodies for the rest of your life, and they're going to destroy your thyroid. So before your thyroid is destroyed, I'm giving you the Synthroid so that when your entire gland is destroyed, then you have support for life, and you're just going to stay on it. Oh, God. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? I have hypothyroidism because of this, but that, you can't do anything about it. So take this, because either way, you're going to have your gland destroyed. I couldn't understand that, ladies. And this is a big problem. Why? Because, think about it. You know that you have something because of something, but the doctor is saying to you, there's nothing you could do for that something. So just take this for the rest of your life. So we're not going to deal with what's happening to you, but we're just going to take this pill. That's a problem, because now conventional doctors don't know how to handle this. And because they don't know how to handle this, all they have been taught to do is to give a pill, a medication, a magic potion, whatever it is. But with that comes, okay, I don't have answers to why I have this. Now I'm taking this pill for life, and now I'm frustrated because now I still have the symptoms. They have all this stuff, and then the problem goes on and on and on. Hey, Evelyn, how are you, my love? Thank you for being here. Do you guys have hypothyroidism, by the way? Like, Dawn, do you have hypothyroidism? Shirley, Suze, Sylvia, Evelyn. Well, I know Suze, I know Sylvia. But what about you, Evelyn? What about you, Shirley? What about you, Dawn? Do you guys relate to this? Has this happened to you? Or did it just happen to me? Please check along there so you can let me know, okay? So the reason all of that happens, ladies, is because that's the old way of doing this. Shirley, yes, you do. Welcome to the club. So what happens is that there's this thing that I call yes, not Hashi, Dawn. Okay, good. Not Hashi. Well, have you checked already for Hashi, Dawn? And so what happens is like, this is like the old way of dealing things, right? Because the old way of dealing with hypothyroidism is like that. You wait years before you even get a diagnosis. For me, I felt it since I'm 14 years old, 12, 13, 14, around that time, right? I didn't discover it until I was 30, right? So from all this time, I was experiencing on and off symptoms, and they were getting better because I was doing something about it, but I still didn't know what I had. And so what happens is, to most women, is you guys go through years of not feeling well, visiting doctors, the doctor saying there's nothing wrong with you, go home, it's all in your head, go rest, relax, here's a chill pill kind of thing, and just go. And you wait years. I have clients who've gone through this route 14 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. They've gone through a journey before they even get a diagnosis. Now, they get a diagnosis, and just like me, like it happened, and then they say, good, you have hypothyroidism. Here's a Synthroid. Here's the levothyroxine. Here's the thyroid hormone medication. And so because you believe in the doctor, you take, and by the way, and I'm saying this about doctors and stuff like that, but honestly, they mean well. They want to help you, but what they've been taught to help this, it's the old way, right? Like, they mean well to help you, but the way that they're helping you is not helping you, kind of a thing. And they don't even know it. And I think they're getting the idea now. I think they're starting to understand that it's not going to go anywhere. Hopefully they're getting it, right? And so what happens is they give you the Synthroid or the levothyroxine or whatever hormone, thyroid hormone they give you. And then you go home and you think that you've solved your problems because they gave you the medication, and you realize that it didn't. You many times realize that they're just making it worse, that your symptoms keep piling up. Have you noticed that your symptoms go from A through Z? Like, literally, you start like adding more to the list. Okay, now's the hair loss. Okay, now I'm clogging my shower because now my hair is falling off so much that now the shower gets clogged. Okay, now I have constipation. Now I have diarrhea. Now I have bloatiness. Now I have. And so you go back to your doctor, and the doctor starts playing with the dosing game. So then they up your dose, they lower your dose, they up your dose, they lower your dose. And so what happens is that after that, time keeps passing by, your misery keeps building up, right? And then they kind of like, they stop, the dosing game stops eventually because they're like, okay, there's nothing else we could do here. How about we kind of do let's just cut out an organ. Let's cut out your thyroid because it's not functioning. We've already tried medications. It's not working. So now let's do thyroid removal, or gallbladder removal, or uterus removal. Those are the three organs doctors love to remove when somebody has hypothyroidism or hormone problems. They love to remove uterus, they love to remove thyroid, and they love to remove gallbladder. Or they can say, well, let's kind of manage your symptoms around with medication. So they give you medication to manage your symptoms. Symptoms like an antidepressant. Why? Because your mood is everywhere. Depression, anxiety, you feel kind of low, you kind of like unmotivated. It's just, this is the thing that's happening to us when we are in that state of hypothyroidism. And some people don't get it. Some people think that we are just isolating ourselves. Some people just think that we're complicated. Some people just like to label, right? It's kind of a humanity thing that we do. But the reality is that you're not feeling well. So antidepressants are it's a medication that's pretty much used a lot for women with hypothyroidism. Or they do antacids because you have digestive problems, you have acid reflux and things like that. Or cholesterol lowering medications because cholesterol has an impact, or I should say hypothyroidism puts the cholesterol out of balance. And a lot of times they put them on cholesterol medication instead of fixing the hypothyroid problem. And or they do pain medications because your body aches, or they do any of those things. And then when they run out of things to do from a medication perspective, then they say, the thing is that you just have to exercise. Go on and exercise. Go. And you're like, I've already done that. It's not working. Like, I can't move. Do you understand? I don't have the energy to move. And so they're like, oh, maybe it's just like, you just need to eat right. You just need to eat right. Go eat right. And you're like, what does that mean? Go eat right. I think I eat right. Is that what I'm eating? Am I eating right? And so then when you get fed up with all of that, you kind of say, you know what? hell with that. I am not doing that anymore. I'm not doing conventional medicine. So you go to help yourself to the next thing, which is you start Googling your life away and you start seeking for natural solutions online. But once you find natural solutions online, now you enter a very dangerous zone. Why? Because now you're being bombarded with thyroid supplements, thyroid diets, programs, books, blogs, little things here and there that you can do. And in your urgency to heal, you are wanting to devour all of that and you start consuming all of that just to come short of healing, because now all of a sudden you have so much information. You are bombarded with so much stuff that now you are in paralysis, because now you're like, okay, I don't understand. The conventional world is not helping me, but now I'm opening myself to the natural healing and now I'm stuck. It's kind of like, and you get like that. That starts deflating you, because now you start doubting that you can heal. Now you start getting frustrated with all the information. Now you start, it's just not, it doesn't help. And through that time, all that time is passing by. All that time that you've already spent trying to get diagnosed, now that you're diagnosed, now through the medication, all that time is just slowing down the process. So slowing down the possibility for you to heal. And now the doubts in your head start coming up over and over and over. That is just making the biggest inability for you to heal. It's a problem. It is a problem because it is delaying your healing process. It is delaying your ability to live life abundantly, to live life healthy, to live life with vitality, to live life the way that you want to live life. And it's sort of not your fault, but unfortunately, this is where you fall into, because that's the old way of doing things. It is the old way. Hey, Miriam, how are you, my love? Nice to see you here. It is the old way that's really creating that paralysis. And the problem is that way of thinking with the conventional world, and then as you enter into the natural, is that the conventional world is really disease focused. It's not patient focused. It's not focused in you. It has no idea anything about you. And because it's focusing on the disease, you're forgetting that hypothyroidism and the chronic disease of hypothyroidism is a loss of wellness. And it's not about it's not about identifying the disease. It's more about saying, what happened here? Like, where did it go wrong? Like, how did I lose wellness? Where is the dysfunction that is leading me to this unhealthy feeling? Where have I lost this? And how can I regain it? And what can I do to go back to being who I used to be, right? And stop in the labeling thing of like, is this the disease? It's so disease focused, the old way of doing things, that we need to start getting into the new way of looking at things, which is it's a loss of wellness. And the question is, why? Why have we lost this wellness? Where is this dysfunction? Where's the gap? Where's the hole? How can I put it together? Because when I think of hypothyroidism and when I think of all the transformations of the clients that I've worked with, it's all a matter of why. It's all a matter of really understanding that. And so when you think about the new way of healing hypothyroidism, you got to start by investigating. You have to start by understanding the root cause of your hypothyroidism. I know, it's like, duh. But you ladies are not doing it that way. You know, you're trying to find the thyroid supplement, the diet for thyroid. You gotta understand the root cause of your hypothyroidism. There is a physical component, there is a cellular component, there is dysfunction that was created. Life happened to you and boom, something happened cellularly. And that cellular dysfunction fueled everything to the point that all the symptoms that you're feeling, that brain fog, that fatigue, that exhaustion, that inability to be who you used to be, that has a reason. And you have to first understand what that reason is. You have to understand the root cause of your hypothyroidism, because that opens up to the roadmap that you're going to need to take, kind of that journey, right? So boom, you get clarity. This is what happened. This is what it's happening. This is where I am. Now you take the trip, right? Now you go on the road. You're going to go hiking, whatever it is, right? You want to get on your tennis shoes or your high heels or whatever it is. You're going to take a road. You're going to take a journey that is going to allow you to personalize things for you. Personalize lifestyle changes, things that you need to do. You're going to start personalizing what you need to eat, your nutrition. You're going to have to personalize and strategically use perhaps supplements along the way, right? Everything needs to be personalized based on that root cause for you. That, for example, my hypothyroidism could be completely different root cause of Sue's, of Dawn, of Miriam, of Shirley. Sue says, I still go to conventional doctor and I don't have anything going on. Yes, my love. Yes. There's nothing wrong with you. Why are you here? Oh, because I feel this, but there's nothing wrong with you. Go home, right? So the reasons why my hypothyroidism happened is completely different than Miriam's or Shirley's. So my road is different than Miriam's or Shirley. My nutrition plan is going to be different than Miriam's or Shirley and so forth. And when we go on that road, then we start repairing and rebuilding the things that were just broken, right? The things that were just weakened. We start rebuilding that. And as we start rebuilding that, then all of a sudden, optimization of my body, optimization of my mind, optimization of my soul starts just coming up and being strong. Being strong, and I'm standing firm now, and I'm doing and I feel powerful, and I feel empowered, and I feel like, wow, I'm energized. Wow, I'm full of focus. Wow, I remember everything. Wow, I'm not cold anymore. Wow, I'm losing weight. Wow, I'm doing wow. Because that's the moment you optimize yourself. And all of a sudden, in a body that is optimized, hypothyroidism cannot exist. In a body that is optimized, in a body that understood, got clear on the root cause, who took the journey and did the work, personalized to you, who rebuild and build up that dysfunction, who optimize itself, hypothyroidism cannot live in that body, cannot live in that person. So all of a sudden you heal hypothyroidism. Do you guys see this? Because, and I want you to share with me in the chat, ladies, because this is simple. This is the simplest way that you can start thinking about hypothyroidism. This is the simplest way that requires for you to understand it with clear clarity, the root cause. You go on the journey, you do what you need to do, you rebuild, you optimize, boom, there is no more hypothyroidism. Which way would you like to take? Which way do you think makes more sense, I should say? The old way of going through wasted time and misery, or the way that is very clear, specific, just boom, go do the work and that's it, and experience what it feels like, right? Like, which way makes more sense for you? For me, it actually made sense, the second one, obviously. But for you, tell me. Hey, Delilah, how are you, my love? Delilah is one of my amazing transformations that I've seen. I've seen you do amazing work, Delilah. And don't say, nah, don't worry. No, you're very modest, my love, but you've done very good things, and I'm very proud of you. Okay, so what happens is when you see that, then you're like, oh, this makes more sense. There's no confusion. There's no overwhelm. There's none of that. There is none of that. I mentioned about supplements and I mentioned about food because, again, when you Google things, Google doesn't know your first and last name. Google doesn't know your family. Google does not know your background. Google does not know anything about you. It just throws at you generic information. When you are healing hypothyroidism, you got to be very personal. You got to be very intimate. You have to personalize things. And so what happens is that there's no such thing as a thyroid diet. There's a personalized nutrition, whole food nutrition that is specific to you that you must understand in order for you to take the journey. There's no such thing as a thyroid supplement support. I know you see it everywhere. I know you do. But there is no such thing. I know that women with hypothyroidism, the first thing that they do when they Google, and I hear this all the time from my clients, is like, oh my God, before coming into the hypothyroid solution, I Googled and I bought these supplements. What supplements did you buy, my love? This is my first question. What did you do? Oh, no, they said I need to be on magnesium, selenium, zinc, iodine, multivitamin. That's like a given for all of them. And I go, oh my God, here we go again. The cookie cutter, the cookie cutter box. Magnesium, zinc, selenium, iodine, multivitamin. Well, and I say, did it help? No, I'm here. I'm like, yeah, of course. You got to personalize things, right? In order for you to know what supplement it will help you accelerate your healing process, you have to understand scientifically what is happening to you. Because only when you use supplements in a very strategic way, you will understand, you will speed up the healing process. And how I'm talking to you ladies, I'm talking to you from a perspective of somebody that is telling you that you can heal hypothyroidism fast if you do the right thing. Or you could spend years frustrated, overwhelmed, looking for the next blog, looking for the next guru, looking for the next book, looking for the next potion before you can even start feeling better. And it is time wasted that you don't have to go through, is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying through this conversation with you today, is that there is a solution to hypothyroidism. I've experienced it myself. I've seen my clients experience it too. I have seen it with my own eyes, and I have felt it with my eyes, and I have lived it with my own body, right? There is a solution to hypothyroidism, and there is a solution that you can do it fast if you do what you need to do, if you understand with clarity what it is, and you get to work on what matters, on the things that make the difference. That's what I'm saying. Because the old way of healing hypothyroidism puts way too much frustration, confusion, and too much time wasted. Don't do that. Don't do that. We need women that are in power. We need women that are strong. We need women to go and stand for their families. I want to see women who stand for themselves. I want to see women who are going after their dreams. I want to see women showing the power that God has given us. We cannot stop having all these horrible symptoms that are just debilitating your life and putting you in a hole, and you start losing faith in you. Yes, you start, even in people, you start losing faith in people, because now with all of that, you're not even trusting people anymore. You're not even trusting people that are coming in front of you and saying, I can help you. Why? Because you spent already so many years not being helped, then not the person that's in front of you saying, I can help you. You're like, no, you can't. But it's not the person that you don't trust. It's that now you don't trust you. And that's even worse. It's a cycle. It's a vicious cycle that leads us to really disempowering ourselves when it doesn't have to be that way. And so if there's something that you take from this entire conversation, is that I want you to take that. I want you to take that. Yes, you can heal hypothyroidism. Yes, there's a new way. Yes, is a way that's very simple and very specific and is very personalized to you. And there is an opportunity for you to go and explore that if you are committed to healing this. There is no need to keep feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, exhausted, full of pain in your bodies, overweight, feeling cold all the time, having even more hormone problems, having period problems, infertility. All of that stuff is not necessary. There is a solution to that. One of the things that I wanted to share with you, by the way, send me some hearts along the way if you are finding this helpful and if you're connecting to this, because this is very important. It says, Delilah was suffering from severe congestion for 6 months, had gone to an ENT with nothing to help. In the end, started working with Maria through detailed work. We were able to see that I had major inflammation going on. 6 weeks, we got into Maria. I've lost 13 pounds. Yes, you did. You've lost 13 pounds. Can you believe it? You didn't even believe it. That's amazing, Delilah. Amazing, amazing work you've done, my love. Dawn, I've done years of testings, OATs, to spectroscopy, personalized therapy with minimal improvement. What test do you use? The test do I use, Dawn? I use the test that person needs. It's a personalized medicine, right? And so what happens is that person that's in front of me has a history, and that person in front of me is an individual that will allow me to know what test to do. But you know what, Dawn? What I'm going to do is, and what I'm going to do to Dawn and to every single woman that's interested in this, I've seen the transformation. I've lived the transformation, like I said. And if you want to be that part of that transformation, be in that journey, what I want to do is extend an invitation for us to have a conversation. Because if you want to know if you can get there, we have to really understand with clarity. Like, you have to get very clear what your goals are. We have to get very clear what's holding you back. Because what's holding you back needs to be understood so that you know exactly the steps that you need to take in a very personalized way for you. So I'm more than happy to extend an invitation for any of you ladies who is interested in having a breakthrough call and really kind of understand it. I'm going to put it right here on the bottom so that you guys can go there and book a session with me, because this is a complimentary session that I want to have with you ladies, because I want to help you get clear. I want to help you get clear on what is it that you're looking for, where is it that you're going, so that you can understand the obstacles that are inhibiting you to get there, so that you can go and take the steps that you need to really heal this. It's very personalized, and I will be generalizing things if I say this right now. But let's get on a call if you're interested in that, and I'm more than happy. You can send me a private message, or you can go right there to the link that you see in the bottom, and I'm more than happy to have that clarity session with you so that you can understand what steps to take and really personalize it for you. Okay? So if I'm going to be doing this on a weekly basis, okay? I still don't know what day, so tune in. Make sure that you have clicked on the notification so that when I'm going live, you guys tune in. Send everybody who you know who has hypothyroidism. I serve women, and women, I mean, listen, there's over 20 million Americans who having some form of thyroid disease. 20 million. Most of them are women. Yes, men also get affected by this, but there's over 20, and I would think it's even more. And I say this because 60% of those people don't even know that they have a hypothyroid problem. So if you suspect that you have hypothyroidism, if you have all the symptoms of hypothyroidism, or you know a friend, or you know anybody that wants to solve their hypothyroidism and really get to that vitality of life, that energy and that empowerment of that person that you could be, and go back to be, because you probably were once that person, and then you got all of this ailments and chronic stuff along the way, then send them along. Send them to this Facebook Lives that I'll be having. Tune in every single week as you see me going into this journey. There's too many women out there suffering from hypothyroidism who are doing the things the old way, the wrong way, and they need to know about the new way, the possibilities to really get them to transformation. And I'm extending an invitation. If you guys want to come along, join me along. It's pretty cool here. Being healthy, it's cool. Hugs and kisses, everybody. I will talk to you another time. And thank you so much for joining. Dawn, Delilah, Suze, Shirley, Dawn, Mario, Evelyn, my hubby, Isaac. Thank you guys, and we will talk soon. Again, if you want to talk to me, just make sure you go to the link or send me a private message. I'm more than happy to talk to you. Bye.